Hi all, welcome to another weekly Discord challenge. This is Discord challenge 39. This week the aim is to deal the least amount of elemental damage. So the goal is to drop into free roam, any difficulty, any character, dealing as much damage as possible and dealing as little elemental damage. There's 20 minutes to do this in, and should you do any elemental damage, your score is divided by the amount that you do, which sounds like a great idea in theory. However, there have been a few bugs that have made things a little bit more difficult, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But firstly, most weapons you're going to want to take off anything for elemental damage. So if you're using the minigun, you don't want the fire perk, so thermal rerouting, you want to make sure that that is off if that's the gun you're going to want to use. Carbine rifle, poison is out. The SMG, the shock is out. So there's a few things: hand cannon, fireflies, shotgun, dragon's breath. There's a lot of things that are out of the equation. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to play Jurgen because explosives are still okay. I'm going to take the assault rifle with deep pockets, extended mag, target bias, and emergency resupply. SMG, I've got extended mag, deep pockets, and holster helper. I've taken off the weakness exploitation as there's no need. You want your mine seeding. As for grenade, I'm going to take the cluster grenade because with the assault rifle's emergency resupply, you'll be able to throw out a whole bunch of grenades. And then as for augments, deflection will take the place of wrath burst, and then they will stay basically the same. Lifestream with adrenaline response. You could take your own choice as maybe the acid one, which I might actually do, only because I have found that one of the bugs I've noticed was with the acid spit causing acid damage to other dinos, and just minor damage, and that was enough to cause a status effect, which I thought was an odd bug, I guess. Same with the Rex. When the Rex puts its head into its down state, that is also counted as an elemental damage, or appears to have through my couple of playthroughs. So I'll get my timer ready just to make sure I get this started. So we wait for the little dot dot dit dit dit. That's the one. You hear that, and then you get started. The main way you would probably approach this is to extraction farm for a full 20 minutes. Extraction farming for 20 minutes is a little bit boring, so I might try and find myself a Rex and just kill it a little bit. But as I said, I think you really want to be getting rid of the acid raptors as quickly as possible, because they seem to be causing more issues than you would think, or than I would think, to be perfectly honest. As it is just a challenge for damage, I'm not going to worry about any of the objectives. Having an infestation is just as good to farm for a little bit. So let's see. Might as well throw out. I'm worried that that acid is going to stuff up everything. So we'll just go invisible and we'll work ourselves around to him. Actually, that's the one. Oh gosh. There, I already took one. You can see that one just then. He was taking elemental damage. You can see his head moving, if you know what to look for. So I think this run's probably already taken too much elemental damage, but we'll continue it anyway just to show you how I would approach the challenge, provided that there weren't those sorts of bugs. But yeah, that's, I'm confident now that we're 2 minutes in and already have taken one set of elemental damage that shouldn't really be the case. But as for the weeklies, there's probably, I would say, at most they might put another 13, do a whole year's worth of challenges. Just a feeling I have, not based on anything. I'm not subject to actually being told anything extra. It's just how I imagine things are going to go. That they will just they'll be close to the point of full release.
No further need to worry about the Styrofosaurus.
Start our extraction farm in a moment. But yeah, like I said, I feel like
Second explosive charge.
I need to get my guns need to reload faster. And I'm not sure if that also counts when you get hit by the electrics. That's been another working theory I've had, that you're that if you are taking electric damage, then that is counting. One of them also had been that it was the raptors, the alphas, had been causing the issues. Yep, well, we're 100% done now. You want to make sure you've cleared out... Oh god. This is going to be an absolutely terrible run to show people. There's at least 3 or 4 instances already of elemental damage. If you could manage to avoid that, you should be coming here and clearing out the explosive canisters sooner rather than later. But it's alright. Good thing I don't need the wins anymore, so I can just muck around. I've got 15 minutes. See what damage I could have done if we didn't have any of those little mistakes. Let's not make the mistake of making sure I don't die as well. That would be very awkward.
Need to take a help step.
The explosions are also not quite working as intended at the moment. I feel like there are definitely a few interesting perks happening with those. I was going to check for the Rex, just for the extra damage. I'm hoping that it's here. If not, we'll just do the extraction farm, as I'm already fairly confident this is not going as I had hoped. As I did try a few runs of just doing Rex farming. Rex farming being you hit them until they regens, and then you just keep letting it regen. No, it doesn't look like easy. Alright, where's the other Rexes? Aga, Nova. Try no. We could try the others, but I don't think it's worth the 15,000 damage. Oh, admittedly, I don't think we're going to have a good run here as is. But yeah, getting the I know someone on the Discord did manage 50,000 without having any damage or any elemental damage, so it's very possible. But like I said, I do think there are a few little quirks happening with the elemental damage and its calculations.
Really not the best place
But that's just a feeling. We can see in a moment. I know I'll definitely have a couple thanks to those barrels. But we only film these things once. One and done, as we like to say. The reason you would take a Jurgen is the ease of just going invisible whenever you want to make life easier. Might as well be throwing out a bunch of these grenades. Yeah, see how those explosions don't seem to... It's incredibly odd. Another theory I had was if you got hit by the what are they called? The acid, that would also be a bit of an issue. Not the acid, the blue goo. As you can see, I'm already up to 4 grenades again after using all of them because the emergency resupply is completely broken. I'm not convinced cluster grenades were the best option upon a closer inspection. I thought that throwing them out was going to be a bit better. A regular frag grenade probably would have just done just as well. But this with us still, I'm going to check my phone. The time is still just got 10 minutes to go. Things here. What does happen is when you're invisible, they all run to that when you're playing as Jurgen. Obviously, because he's the one where you can go invisible. Also, not sure if staggering bulls is counting as an elemental. Because if we look at how many times I stagger the bulls, if we end up with something like 50 elementals, I would definitely consider that as being a potential cause. I do think it's the bull's spine is its weak spot, not the side. But it's hard to really get a proper read on that. Because again, without ever being given actual numbers, again, invisibility is the best way to heal. It's always easiest to heal if you can't be seen. Yeah. Again, go invisible, get yourself around, throw all your grenades out. Maybe a frag grenade would have been a better option if you're going to be throwing so many. or what would the other option be? Bouncer mine. Do you feel like there's a slight delay with the throwing of a bouncer mine though? But I suppose if you're only throwing them down when you use them, it'd be interesting to count how many grenades I end up with. Because it used to be the emergency resupply perk wouldn't work at all, and now it probably works too well, with it being just about every hit you can get it with. The reason I would take the bulls as well over Ankies is one, because they're much easier to deal with, and two, they've got more health. I'm just gonna heal because I can. No other reason to heal in that situation anyway. Need to check my phone again in a moment. I'd say it's still got at least 5-6 minutes left. You probably, if you were doing this, you wouldn't even need to do the full 20 minutes. There's not that much competition at the moment with the weeklies, so if you are trying to race to get those last nameplates, or race to get a nameplate before they turn them into something else, because that'll be interesting to know what they do with the Player of the Week nameplate, if they continue it, or they just do sporadic challenges. As I'm assuming anyone watching this already knows that if you win 10 times, you do get a little prize and a special little role on Discord, I guess, or yeah, it's a special little role on Discord. That's exactly what it will be. That would have been dangerous. Give me a chance to quickly check my phone. Ah, yeah, 15 minutes even. If it does turn out to be the fact that it is the acid raptors causing the issue, Volta's Bay is actually the worst spot to extraction farm, as Volta's Bay has the most acid raptor spawns upon extracting. Little known fact for any of you who actually watch long enough. But yeah. Yeah, there's a few different places that have bulk spawns of certain dinosaurs. For the obvious ones, bulls, flatbacks, and the bulls all spawn in the southern or more southern extraction farming. So you're looking. So southern ones being Voltus, Ultim, Tannis, and Agar. And then the northern ones being Lada, Nova, and Magna, for if you are after flatbacks. However, if you are looking for acid raptors, Voltus has a greater number of spawns. And if you're after electrics, Ultim Valley has a greater number of spawns there. The rest of the places are fairly even for everything else, but I have found that specifically those couple, for whatever reason, are much more likely. I can't tell you why, and I can't give you proper data other than you go in and you play enough times and you'll notice. Is that a boot up in the middle of the air? It looks like it is. I feel like I'm forever throwing my grenades and I'm forever not running out of them. If you want to remove the bull spawns, you can just as easily run away at a distance. Typically down to the water would work. Or the coast, really. It'd be the coast if this was not a frozen wasteland. Oh, I forgot. Might as well check that this bug still works. If I sit out here, I'm pretty sure they won't run to you. Yeah. I doubt anyone's watched long enough to actually see that, but just as a little bit of extra information, that's another bug currently in the game that you can literally just sit out. That might be a better way to approach the challenge, to be honest. They won't come out and that. Might even try one of those. Probably wouldn't film that one, but if someone was watched 18.5 minutes in, they would have been able to get that little bit of tidbit of information. Actually, if you did watch that one, let us know down in the comment section below. Did you know about that little sneaky? We're at 1930 now anyway. I'm 100% convinced that this won't be usable as a run of any real value, as I've had two other runs where I've had over 100,000 damage being wrecked. That what they're doing there, I should have probably left it a little bit. What they were just doing there, how they were moving like they were taking damage. I was bang on my 20 minutes, but yeah, that's what I was talking about. There will be at least, I reckon, 30 instances here of elemental damage dealt, despite my best efforts to not. And to divide by 30 will wreck any score. Or 10. Yeah, even with 10. Like, it's not a viable situation, but we'll post it. I might post one of my other scores that were better, but yeah, I'm sure. Actually, that might be better because my others were at 20. I'll take a screenshot anyway. We'll screenshot it anyway. But yeah, there you have it. That's the challenge at the moment. It is a little bit buggy, I think, to not take or give elemental damage, and a very RNG based. But if it's something you're interested in doing, it doesn't look like you have to beat a huge score. Oh, actually no, Carney's one was I'll just quickly check. Carney got the 20,000, so actually it's a little bit harder than I would have thought, because that doesn't even beat it because of that bug. But anyway, enjoy yourselves, happy dino hunting, get that nameplate,